The social media site Facebook could lose 1 billion users within 3 years, according to a new study. Researchers at Princeton University in the United States predict that Facebook will undergo a rapid decline in the coming years, losing 80% of its users between 2015 and 2017. However, the methodology of the report's been questioned by some social media experts. Well, let's discuss it with some experts. Adrian Mars with me in the studio, technology journalist and IT consultant. And in New York, John Herrman, tech editor at BuzzFeed.com. John, if I can start with you, do you think Facebook is doomed to die like MySpace?
In the long view, I guess it's safe to say that all these companies are doomed at some point. But according to the study, according to the predictions of the study, I don't think you can really make that claim.
Because what? The methodology is wrong, or you're looking at the various demographics, and yet people aren't drifting away; they're still hanging in there.
The methodology is somewhat weak. It suggests that MySpace will follow a similar rise and decline to MySpace. It uses data pulled not from publicly available Facebook analytics, but from a tool called Google Trends, which is just on its face an odd way to conduct this study. The bigger issue, I think, is that Facebook, in the time since it's become popular, has fundamentally changed in ways that MySpace never has. It's a mobile app, it's a messaging service, it used to be a directory of people, now it's a feed with all your news and images and videos. So they're two very, very different sites.
Okay, Adrian, what do you think?
I think John's absolutely right. You just can't predict.
Agree with each other.
Entirely, but you can't predict what people are going to do with simply graphing it. They're far too complicated. Facebook, as he says, is very adaptive. It may be moving into electronic currency. It's true, though, there is a threat to them from kids' kids' use declining.
Well, yeah, I mean, those figures are quite interesting, aren't they? So, you know, minus what? Minus 25%, just over 25% down for kids up until sort of 16, 17. But you go to the 35 to 54,
exactly.
Over 40% increase.
Indeed.
And above 55, 80%
yeah,
increase.
And that's making it a less cool place for the kids to hang out.
But doesn't it mean it's more money, though? Because those are the people with money.
Those are the people with money, but marketeers also love teenagers, because if you do hit that market, they all buy the same product. They want to fit in and be alike in many ways. So they're also a very powerful market that Facebook wouldn't want to lose. They might be a more stable market in the long run, that's certainly true. But the answer is anybody. I mean, Facebook is under threat, for instance, it is perceived badly by I think a lot of users are, at least around, roughly surveys often show about 20% are concerned about privacy. And that's driving teenagers to use things like WhatsApp and Snapchat, for example, which give them more control over what they do.
Which parents never seem to get invited to join, do they?
Well, exactly. That's also an advantage. But this means that, this absolutely means that anybody can threaten Facebook in the long run, and you just can't predict these things. It's the same as politics. It's events, dear boy, events.
All right, but John, it's interesting when you look at, say, someone like Mark Zuckerberg, because traditionally he's always searching for the new next thing, isn't he? So do you think he'll be taking note of this?
I think independent open to the idea that Facebook, as in Facebook, the website, the core service, could decline dramatically in the next 3, 4, or 5 years. I think the threats from new messaging apps like Snapchat, WhatsApp, WeChat, I think those are very real. But I do think Facebook, the company, which is a very large company with a lot of cash available for acquisitions, for example, is very, very aware of this. I think Mark Zuckerberg is personally obsessed with the idea that users' attention is being drawn elsewhere. That's why Facebook brought Instagram into the fold, and Instagram is currently growing at an extremely high rate. That's why Facebook was interested in buying Snapchat just a couple of months ago and offered, you know, reportedly $3 billion to buy this relatively new and relatively mysterious service. So I think Facebook, the service, is prone to trend changes. I think Facebook, the company, is a little more immune. I think they're very, very aware of this possibility and doing everything they can to avoid it.
They've got a lot of money to throw around, haven't they? John Herrman and Adrian Mars, I'm afraid we must leave it there. Thank you.